particularly the moment when Levi jumped on Bonnie Doon Road. It seemed like there was very little reaction. Can you tell us what you saw and what you knew about that moment?
We didn't see anything because we were, when you start a climb, then you're behind a lot of different groups of dropped riders. But so we had to really rely on what was said on the radio, and it sounded like Levi was going first with Nibali, I guess, and then by himself. When we heard that Mancebo was having trouble, we really told him, just go as fast as you can to the top, and when we're at the top, we'll see what the situation is. And he was flying today. I think it was not a very steep climb, and for him to take that much time out of the group of the favorites on that climb was definitely a very strong performance. And at the end, we knew it was going to be hard because it was downhill, but it was all pedaling and the headwind also. So and we were definitely expecting we wouldn't get any help from slipstream. But I just told them, just go to the finish, and we'll see at the finish what the result is. And I think it's a very good day. We got time out of the favorites. I think we got a lot of time out of Mancebo. That was a little bit of a concern yesterday after the stage, I have to say. Definitely very satisfied about the outcome of the day.
Surprised that riders like Zabriskie and Rogers just didn't have anything to match Levi?
Well, I think Levi is a better climber than them. So I was only worried that after the climb, a lot of riders would come together, which happened, and that there would be a lot of collaboration, which also happened. So I think it speaks for Levi and the way he rode that he could make it to the finish. I don't know what the final outcome was, but I estimate about 25 or 30 seconds. So if we would have said this morning that would be the result, we would definitely have agreed to it.
And your comment about the decision yesterday to shorten the point on the stage where the GC was decided, and to hear that news so late in the stage. The commissaires have to decide depending on the circumstances. And early on in the stage, I tried to find out what the situation would be with the circuits. And at first they said, it's just a normal race to the finish. But afterwards they definitely saw that it would keep raining and it would be very risky on the final circuit. And normally I think it's just a safety matter to not risk the final general classification on a slippery and wet local circuit, and I think it was the right decision. Certainly had the potential to affect the general classification, perhaps permanently, at this race.
For us it was a little bit of a difficult situation because we were calculating the distance to go to the finish, and all of a sudden they say it's 15 kilometers less. So we were kind of caught a little bit in the middle of. We were trying to catch Mancebo or trying to make back as much possible time on Mancebo, and all of a sudden it was 15 kilometers less. So, but it's for everybody the same. Mancebo, except for somebody, of course, who's been out there all day. For him, it was definitely an advantage. But he did a great ride yesterday, and today I'm happy about the result. Yesterday I was a little bit worried.
One last question. Talk about the moment when Armstrong crashed today. We heard he was maybe taken down by a motorcycle. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. We don't know exactly. I saw it happen, but I don't know exactly why it happened. It's windy, it's wet. There was mud on the road, and the motorbike just lost control, and they both crashed together. It was a scary moment. But we could immediately see that he was standing up, and there was nothing going on, and he was actually back at the car because we were trying to fix his shoe. He wasn't really in the peloton, and when he stood up, and we saw that it was okay. So he's still solid, also for crashes.
Between the bikes being stolen, the commissar's ruling, the crash today, it's been an eventful last 36 hours.
Yes, definitely. But it's eventful for everybody. It's when with bad weather it's always a lot of stress, and a lot of things go on in the car and in the caravan, and hopefully these skies stay around a little bit because I think it would be good for the race and good for the crowds. And
I felt bad yesterday for the riders because it was really a very bad day today also, and also for the spectators, and still they were there. A lot of spectators. I mean, surprisingly with this bad weather. So imagine what it would be if it's good weather. So let's hope from now on that the sun comes out and that we can see the Californian sun.